Hey, Tiger at Lawrenceville, Senior Master Mostiller here with Competition Online Lesson number 6. Now, starting off, Tiger Cubs, you have a few things that we're working on this week. First off, you need to be able to do the stranger release, which they grab both wrists, hands come together, fingers in, big step back and pull up with the response of stop, don't touch me stranger. Make sure that you are doing your high blocks, your low blocks, and your outer forearm blocks. And then also make sure that you are doing your figure 8, any object through the legs, and you're standing on one foot, spin, 360 spin. Those need to be the things that you are focused on during this weekend. White belts, yellow belts. This week, first things first, you should make sure you know reaction number 1 and reaction number 2 in full. Also, you should know full Hoam form. And if you are a yellow belt, you should know the first 2 sections of seed form, basically building both those houses. So, those things make sure that you've got covered. In addition, you need to know Heroes pattern number 1 and Heroes sparring pattern number 2. Remember, Heroes sparring pattern number 1 is simply round kick, reverse punch, round kick, reverse punch, again and again. Heroes pattern number 2, remember that's front kick, then round kick, then reverse punch. You can even go same height, front kick, reverse punch. Up there is fine, but making sure that you know those patterns for hero sparring. Then, lastly, I want you working on the 5 deception drills that I gave you. So, reaching, distraction reverse punch, the chaser hook to round, the overcommitted front to round, the question mark kick, and that fake spin turn back side kick. That'll be the things I want you focused on over the weekend. Green and blue belts. Make sure first off you know your reaction number 1 and your reaction number 2. Also make sure you know your full Hoam form. Practice that several times over the weekend. In addition, I want you to make sure that you know your legacy form first 2 sections, which is seed form, that's building both houses. So you should have that no problem. So making sure that you've got that, we'll finish that off next week. Now, I want you working on the 5 different deception techniques that I used to accumulate 90% of my points in tournament competition. So I want you working on the distraction reverse punch, the chaser hook to round, the overcommitted front to round, the question mark kick, and that fake spin side kick. So those 5 things are what I want you working on over the weekend. Brown through black belts. First things first, you need to have advanced reaction number 1 and advanced reaction number 2 memorized and down pat. Also, you need to know your legacy form first 2 sections and full Hoam form, and that needs to be sharp. We focused on sharpness this week. We're getting close to tournament time. You've got to make sure you're at the top of your game. Now, beyond that, I have a combination that I want you to do that employs the 5 different deception techniques that I taught specifically. So I want you to start off with a chaser hook to round, jab, reverse punch, overcommitted front to round. From here, distraction, reverse punch. After that, I want you to spin and unspin, so the fake spin on the side kick. Then, from there, hop, and when you do your hop, or your step, I want that to be a question mark kick. So, I want you to basically do a chaser hook to round, punch, overcommitted front to round, distraction, reverse punch, into your fake spin, into your question mark kick. That'll be what we're focused on over the weekend. I'll see you soon on the mats.